Welcome to Edney Studios. I am Edney, and in this video we are come to learn how to do high-end retouching. Please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to this channel. Let's get started. Okay, so open in Photoshop, getting this image right here. We first open camera raw. I need to first open camera raw. This raw footage from the camera. So open camera raw. Okay, so in camera raw we are coming to decrease the highlights and the whites. So doing we'll bring some color and more texture, more details into the image. We want to bring more details into the image so we can work with them more. So we decrease the highlight and the whites. Decrease the highlights and the whites. Okay, so after bringing down the highlights and stuff, we first duplicate the layer. Okay, so I'm going to rasterize it, make it just one layer. Then we duplicate it the second time. So we name this the color. So this will be for changing the colors, kind of the colors, and this will be containing the details. This will contain the details. So on the colors layer, we apply Gaussian blur. So we go to blur and Gaussian blur. So in blur and Gaussian blur, we first decrease it to 0. I think we zoom out a little. We look for where there are a lot of details. I think the forehead is okay. So let's zoom in a little. So we kind of blur this to the point where we don't really see details that much. So I'll kind of go for an 8 pixel blur. So for this 8 pixel blur, the details are merely seen. So we go to the details layer. We go to image, apply image. The blending mode we change to subtract, and the layer we change it. We use the color layer, or we change the blending mode of the details layer to linear light, bringing it all back to the original image we had first. We group this layer, Control to select the other one, and Control G to group it. And we rename it frequency separation. We expand the layer, and on the color layer we go to the brush tool and we select the mixer brush tool. Note these are the brush settings we are going to use. So we use wetness 9%, load 75, mix 90, and the flow 100%. So I zoom in. We are kind of coming to paint, so so when we turn off the visibility for the details layer, we can see some discoloration sort of. So we are coming to, so frequency separation is mainly for evening out the skin. So when the details layer is turned off, the discolorations are seen more. So then we making sure this is unclean brush. We paint. We paint to smoothen out the skin, and when painting, we make sure we paint in the direction of the skin. So the forehead is kind of this round, curved, arc-like shape. So we paint in this arc form, kind of painting round. Not doing this, will kind of, it will kind of flatten the skin. It will flatten how the skin must be. So with this, you are maintaining the skin contours and how the skin must be. So when doing it, you can turn back you can turn on the details layer. So here we have it. So I think you kind of see the difference. So I'll come to do a time lapse of everything, then we move faster. Okay, so after this very long and intense frequency separation, I think we got this here. So this the before, this the after. So you see we've done some job over here. So after this, we are going to still do more frequency separation, but this is a very simple one. We use the lasso tool, still on the color brush. We select, making sure we don't touch the fabric or any part of the hair, be the eyebrows or anything. We omit that from it. Okay, I think, let me see, Alt. Yeah, so just hold Alt and remove that part of it. Yeah. So then we go to filter, go to blend, Gaussian blend, and we multiply this by 3. So this will be 24, and press OK. So this instantly smoothens the whole of the skin. So we pick points and do it to them. So after we've done this, we go back to the mixer brush tool and we correct some errors, as in those places those places outside the selection, we kind of paint them into the selection, kind of some subtle something just blending in, and that's all. When zoomed out, this will not even be shown in your picture, but you just want to blend it in. We don't know who will be curious. We're very curious to zoom into the photo to see. So there we have this. We have this as the before. So we have this as the before and this as the after. So I think we are heading towards there. I think we are getting there. So after this we do the dodge and bend. So when dodging and bending, dodging, brightening, bending, darkening. So we use the curves 1 to brighten, Control I to invert, name it dodge. So D, then another one we darken, we name it B. So invert, then name it B. Bend, group, control, click, Control G, and then dodge and bend D and B. That's all. We keep the thing short and simple. This is it's a very long process, so try to keep everything as fast and quick as possible. So with the brush settings, opacity will be at 10 and the flow at 100. So I like to use a help layer, that's the black and white layer, adjustment layer. We decrease the reds and some of the yellows. So this shows us where to dodge and where to bend. It shows us where to dodge and where to bend. So starting with the dodge. So kind of brighten. Kind of brighten it. That's it. So brighten those places you need to brighten, and when we reach the bend, we darken them. We darken the other parts. Here after dodging and bending the layer, see some great difference here. So the bending has added some sort of dimension to the skin, so bringing the cheekbones, bringing in the contours and stuff. So I think we've done a good job. So I think I want to also bend, I want to dodge and bend the scarf a little. Yes, a little. Kind of have this. Before. So before and after. So overall, this the before image. Okay, without the curves adjustment layer we added. Without the camera roll, this before. So this before and this the thing. There's the after. Okay, so we move on to the next step, that's color grading. So we create a stand visible layer, Ctrl Alt Shift E. I always convert it to a smart object to make sure I can tweak it after I've finished the edit. So we go to camera raw. Okay, so for retouching, for color grading, you can use the camera raw, the color mixer of the camera raw to color grade this image. So we can, so I think we decrease more of the reds at the hues portion. I think we are good here. Then increase this a little, bring in a little yellows, the reds. Okay, then the luminance, we increase the luminance of the yellows, decrease the orange a little. So this before and after. You see we've added some color to the image. Before and after. Kind of color graded it a little. And also, so now we see that the eyes are kind of having this yellow color, which we don't want. So we go to hue and saturation. Go to hue and saturation. We turn down the saturation. I think we go to the blue side, we turn down the saturation, and we increase the lightness a little. So Control I, take the brush, set it to around 50. It's kind of take away those yellow, strong yellow colors in the eye. So as you can see, it has made the eye whiter or brighter. So we can increase the lightness a little, not too much to make it unrealistic. So we go to the other eye also, we do the same thing. So you got to remove it from the pupil side, make it only in the cornea, or let's say the white parts. So this is how the eye was before, and this is how the eye is now. We can tone it down a little, or I think just 90%. I like how it is. So then we almost done. The last thing, I think, second to last, we create another stamp visible layer. And here we use the high pass. I think I'll set it to around 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Change it to soft light to sharpen the overall image. Duplicate it. Duplicate this, and this change to hard light. There I'll create an inverse layer mask, holding Alt and clicking on the layer mask layer on the mask button. we go to the eyes. Then I think we want to sharpen the eyes and some parts of the body, making sure it's on white. Try to sharpen these places. If it's too much, you can tone it down. That's why we have the opacity and fill. So I think we are almost done here. So this before we added some camera raw, did the frequency separation, dodge and bend, the color grading, the eyes, and some sharpening. The last thing is creating another stamp visible layer, converting to smart objects, creating a camera raw layer, and we are come to edit the overall image. So this, we are using the basic tab. So we decrease a little of the blacks, increase the whites, decrease the shadows a little, highlights, bring it up, contrast, put some more contrast in it, and bring in some exposure. So yeah, I think that is it. Bring in a little clarity. Okay, so one thing I forgot was to remove the blemishes from the image. So we had to do it in the frequency separation layer, but we didn't do it. So we recreate another frequency separation layer, like how I did you. So for this we create a stamp visible layer, control or shift control alt E, then we duplicate it, control J, naming this the color. So this, I'll just name it C, and the details D. For details, we group it, control G, and then we name it frequency separation. Frequency separation. This I'll name it Blemish. So we blur the C color layer, go to filter, Gaussian blur, then we go to that 8 pixels, like how we did. Then there's also image, apply image, same stuff. So then change this to linear light, and with removing blemishes, we use the details layer. So you go to clone stamp tool, you zoom into the image, and you see that we've already really taken care of the blemishes, sort of, because of the frequency separation. But there are some images you will still see blemishes, and we can also see some blemishes here. So you you sample a layer. So we sample using Alt. So Alt, then sample this and paint it over this, and boom, the boom is gone. Sample, paint, and that's all. So you have to do it in the frequency separation layer. But if you forgot, or if you forget like how I do, you can also do it after you've done everything. So I think this is all. We've retouched the image before kind of. So there's before and after the retouching. You see, we've done a really great job, and this woman must be thanking us. But yeah, so this before and there's the before and there's the after. Yeah, and also looking at the lips look kind of pale and colorless, kind of. So in order to fix that, we go to the selective color. We go to the reds column, reds, then we decrease the cyan, increase the yellows a little, bringing some color to the image. Also, you can use selective color for your color grading. You see, it has also done some nice grading to the skin. So first, Ctrl I to invert it, then we paint on only the lips. So this takes it from being so pale looking to kind of being colored. So after this, you can change the colors a little. And yeah. Yeah, so there's a okay, so we can add a little coloring to the skin as well. So we go to the reds, we just decrease the things little by little. I think this okay. I think this okay. So before and after, maybe we can reduce it. I don't know. I think let me just bring it to 80. Sort of. So this before and after. You see that we've done some job on this. We've done a very good job on this. So yep. Okay, so please leave a like on this video and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.